Yeah, well, today, though, we're talking about the cult classic Dogma. It's the same age as the Pix 11 Morning News.
Yeah.
It's 25. And to celebrate, writer and director Kevin Smith is taking the film on the road with a national tour.
And in case it's been a while since you watched it, check this out.
Hypocrites, charlatans, he has abandoned you to the whim of judgment. Prepare to taste God's wrath. 2 tickets to New Jersey, please.
So good. Joining us now is the
man
man himself, filmmaker, comic book lover, podcast king, New Jersey's very own, Kevin Smith. Great to have you here.
Such a pleasure, kids. I always enjoy hearing the intro.
Yeah.
That podcast thing was nice. Thank you. We started podcasting in like 2007.
Before it was cool.
Way before it was cool.
Yeah.
I drove down the turnpike last night because we were here in New York all yesterday, but I have a movie theater that I own down by my hometown, Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey. So I was going down the turnpike and I saw a digital billboard for a podcast. That's nuts to me. That's the world we are in
now,
at this
baby,
point.
yeah.
And having just done press for like the last 2 weeks for this movie, it's very rarely do you actually get to go to a TV studio anymore.
Right.
You're one of the few that exists.
Well, we're glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here. And this is you could disabuse this notion for me. They keep saying that nobody in TV has any money. Look at this set. Look at how expensive this is. Pix has been holding all the money. Brad was talking about TV Pix, which part of our childhood was a video game that you could play. Pix, but it's awesome. But I actually came with an agenda. Yes, I'm happy to talk about Dogma, 25 years old, technically 26, but we stretch the truth quite like the Catholic Church. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I came with an agenda. Do you know that Pix, WPIX, owns March of the Wooden Soldiers?
Yes. We
That's
air it. It's
nuts. It's been airing
rated
since I was a child, yes.
Yeah.
It gets the highest ratings.
For those, and everyone in the area, of course, if you grew up in the area, you know that. They air it every Christmas and whatnot. Laurel and Hardy, absolute tradition. It's black and white. Like Clerks, but way older. This is a movie that my whole life I grew up watching. My friend Ernie O'Donnell, who runs like Smod Castle Cinemas, the movie theater. Last month, he was just like, wouldn't it be great to do a remake of that with Jay and Silent Bob? And I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. And so I did the online search to see who owned it and was shocked to learn that Pix owns it.
You want to go upstairs? I'll talk to you.
Yes!
We'll introduce you to our
Who
boss.
do I have to use my mouth on to get that
we're
job? Oh my Lord! I want to make March of the Wooden Soldiers with Jay and Silent Bob. Laurel and Hardy did it in like the nadir of their career. My career is winding up. This is the time to do it, man. And I grew up in the area. It makes sense.
All right, we're gonna get you upstairs.
Get them down here. Whoever's in charge.
Come on down right now. Let's talk about Dogma, please.
Yes.
We didn't ask one single question
I've been out there in the world with this movie for the last month. We've been touring the movie. Now it's playing everywhere. It's just in theaters. They opened at 1,500 screens last night.
How'd that happen, though, the re-release?
The re-release was this wonderful woman named Alessandra Williams bought the movie away from, I got to say the name out loud, so clench your sphincters, kids. Harvey Weinstein owned the movie personally. He had bought it away from Miramax. And for years I tried to get it, but he wouldn't sell it to me and stuff. And so I guess he's going through some more legal issues. He's back in court. And he needed money, so he got rid of a bunch of movies that he owned personally, not through the studios or anything. Dogma was one of them. Fahrenheit 9/11, Michael Moore's movie. Larry Clark's first movie, Kids. These are movies he owned personally. So he sold them to Alessandra. She sold the rest. And she was like, what would you like to do with Dogma? And I was like, oh my God, I would tour it. I've been trying to get this movie back for years. So for the last month, I've been out on the road, did 20 cities. Then we went back to the Cannes Film Festival. We got re-invited because we were there in 1999 with the movie. And we got 2 sets of laurels on the flick. So every night I get to watch this movie and see some of my favorite people I've ever worked with at their absolute youngest. Man. Young and beautiful. Oh, they all look like babies. Matt Damon looks like Matt Damon's daughter in this movie. It's so long ago. But we've got like some people who are still working today. A couple kids from Boston you've never heard of named Ben and Matt.
Never heard.
Jason Lee, Salma Hayek, Chris Rock. But it has 2 people that aren't with us anymore who every night on tour I got to see come to life again. George Carlin and Alan Rickman, man. So if you're like me, one of those people who's like, I hate 2025. Come see Dogma in a movie theater. Party like it's 1999. That's been the easiest sell of my touring career, was just taking this movie out. Like me and Jay are going out on a tour where we just hang out together and talk to each other on stage. Getting asses in seats, man, is an uphill battle. selling Dogma. We meant to sell one show a night. It sold out so fast. We had 2 shows.
course it
2
did.
shows a night
Wow.
with Q&A. So there's still a
And you're
love
getting
for
a
it
whole
out
new
there.
audience, too.
Young people. When I went to Cannes, I was like, how many people have seen this movie before? And most of the audience hadn't seen it. So I actually watched it with them because I was like, what is it going to be like perceived like through a younger prism? Most of the people I saw when I took it on tour look like me, you know. And there's one guy who was like, hey man, I've been going to your stuff for years. Now I bring my adult children. And he had 20-year-olds with him. And he's like, I got a question. What's your end game? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, what do you hope to accomplish with all of this? I've been watching your career for 30 years. I was like, I guess I just want to die on a movie set, like go toes up off a movie set. That'd be amazing.
Hilarious.
Ben, I know you got your hand raised.
I'm
back
sorry, I
there.
have a question, because we hung
Fire
out a
away.
couple years ago. You told me the Ben Affleck story when you guys first worked together on Mallrats, and he was like, hey man, and what did he say to you? He's like, hey man, you should look me up.
It's beautiful. It's still to this day. He denies it. He's like, I was kidding, but he was being earnest. We finished Mallrats, and he's like, what are you doing after it's done? I said, we're going to go back to Los Angeles, cut the movie. He goes, oh my God, you should call me when you get there. We should hang out because I'm a good guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, how endearingly sweet was it? So I tell that story, and then periodically when I see him, he's like, I did not mean that seriously. I was being facetious. I was like, no, you weren't. You were being earnest.
Hey, we're out of time, but in case you don't get the March of the Wooden Shoulders,
Soldiers.
we got you a mug and a Pix picture.
Oh, you rock. I was going to try to buy Brad's off of him, so I'm nice that I
So
got
in
my
case you
own.
don't get the rights for the movie.
Look, this is a wonderful opener, but
Yeah.
let me talk to whoever's in charge. That's
We
the
will.
future, kids.
It's gonna happen.
You know how we get to another 25 years of the morning show?
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob in March of the Wooden Soldiers.
Exactly.